everyone, welcome back to FighterZ, Dragon Z's FighterZ. I'm Drunken Dan.
I'm Trade.
Last time we ranted about what we thought what the ending was going to be. Now we've seen the ending, so that's probably what we're going to be talking about for at least like 10 minutes, probably 5, 10.
I mean, I was largely right. The main thing I missed out on was I thought it would just be Goku soloing Jiren. Okay, I'll admit that.
Well, to be fair, it was Goku and Frieza while 17 just kind of stood there.
Yeah.
Like, that's the funniest part. So, overall, I really like it, but it's just funny that literally 17 was only there just so they'd have the win, because he did nothing in the final bit other than he shot a couple energy beams. Even though by that point, since Goku could only go Super Saiyan, he's technically the stronger of the three. Like, when you think about it.
I think my big problem with the ending is it doesn't feel like it should have been the final episode. Like, it doesn't feel like the last arc of Super. Like,
it's just a tournament.
Because it's just a tournament. Because it turns out there wasn't even any stakes. So I guess that's the worst part. It's not even really like a case of,
it was a dumb test. Like, Zeno figured this would probably happen.
Apparently, which is completely contradictory to everything we've ever seen or heard of Zeno up until that point.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick.
Kind of feels like that was hastily added in because they realised just that how kind of unsympathetic it made Zeno.
Yeah.
And
because we kept joking about him basically being a fucking man-child. I say as I'm playing the cartoon children's game.
It's just, like, the overall fight was alright, but it definitely should not have been the arc they ended on.
In case anyone wonders why it looks like I'm fighting weird, I'm trying to like learn how to do air combos better, so I'm just using this as practice. But yeah, overall I liked it. It was definitely the best finish in the fucking series. Like, it wasn't a screwball finish, other than, like, 17 just kind of standing there, so they have the win. I mean, you could literally replace 17 with anybody. Everyone's like, oh, look, 17 got the win, he's so great, he just stood there. He didn't earn shit. 17 earned that win like Goku earns his power-ups.
And then the obvious just, oh, it's okay, guys. There were never any consequences, ever. And it's like, I knew this was gonna happen, but it still hurt. It still just...
Yeah, it's kind of a problem in Super. Super, to be fair, overall has a lot of the same problems as Z, but, like, the consequence thing is definitely more of a problem in Super than it was in Z by a little bit. Because usually in Z, well, usually you're fighting antagonists, and they would usually put them, like, in a situation that you couldn't just, like, say, oh, and then the Dragon Balls show up.
Do you know what Super's biggest problem is? Its absolute biggest problem is that they can't do anything because we know everyone's going to be alright because we've already seen how everyone turns out with the end of Z.
Yeah.
Because of Oom. So, like, no matter how much you could have tried, there was no way you were going to convince us that Universe 7 was ever in any actual danger. Because there's no way in how they're going to... Yeah.
It's a prequel. We all know this. Which is funny is that everyone forgot that for some reason, because I remember people were like, wait, like, towards the end of Super, like, wait, this universe can't get deleted because it takes place between the ending of Z, and, like, you guys just figured that out.
Yeah, it's, like, kind of why, oh no, Goku's gonna fight Goku Black. Oh no, he's stronger than him. Will he die? Oh wait, no, he didn't.
I mean, he could still die, but he'll be back in the end. Because we've already seen the ending of, because even if you don't count GT as canon, which, whatever, but, like, we still know where it takes place. It takes place in between.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, the only way they can really bring back tension is to have it take place after that episode, but they're not going to do that.
Oh, unless Toriyama just says, I don't know what I was doing when I wrote this finale, fuck it.
Well, as usual, Toriyama doesn't really think things through when he creates, like, finales or does something in a plot.
I mean, I think we could just end it on Toriyama doesn't think things through.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so everything that's ever had prior setup is always stuff that's been, like, always feel like it was Super after the fact. So like, oh, the Red Ribbon Army comes back to Cell, and that's like Super.
Yeah, because like, if you watch Dragon Ball, like, there's no Dr. Gero. There's none of that. Dr. Gero isn't a thing in Dragon Ball.
So, oh, well, I guess we dragged that old chestnut back up, and then, hey, we've done it again for this game.
Yeah, literally.
Good on, Brendan.
But, so, I want to talk about one thing that I hear people using and playing about with, so a lot of people get mad, I've noticed, well, not a lot, but, like, a number of people, usually Broly fans, tend to get mad. One thing in Super they get mad about is specifically Califlua and Kale getting transformations real quick. Now, this is a problem. Now, you can tell me I'm wrong if you want, but this is a problem that's been in the series since Dragon Ball, where characters just get things way too fast.
We'll put it this way.
Now, if we want to talk about just transformations, we can do that, but, so whichever road you want to go. In fact, which road do you want to go?
Well, let's put it this way. So Master Roshi explains it took him 50 years to develop the Kamehameha, right?
And then immediately he does it and blows up a car.
Goku does, like, admittedly they say, oh, but he didn't learn, like, the real way to do it. But it's still, like, a pretty good imitation in, like, a second from seeing it performed once.
And if you want me to be cute, since that's only one time, if you want me to be cute and go, okay, let's excuse that for a second, just for the sake of for whatever fucking reason, because Dragon Ball or whatever you want to say is perfect. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit to the World Martial Arts Tournament. Master Roshi never teaches him the After Image. He does it in the fight. Goku not only learns After Image immediately, he improves it into the Triple After Image.
Plus, you know, Krillin and Yamcha both learn the Kamehameha unreasonably quick as well for how long it's supposed to be.
Yamcha even worse. Yamcha even worse because he had no training at that point. He wasn't being trained by Roshi at that point yet, if I recall.
Not sure. Can't remember, but he might have had some training. It's hard to remember.
He was the last one to get it. I know that.
Like, that in itself is not like. So, yeah, but even beyond that, then you look into further up the line, and Vegeta gets Super Saiyan. Well, we don't know. Across three years.
If you count filler, he gets it after throwing Hissy Fit. If you count, if you want to play how people like to play the canon game of only being manga, if we want to play that game, he canonically has never explained why he transformed, other than he just says, "I am pure evil," and then he has it.
Well.
Actually, in all actuality, there's only if we're going to be a smartass about transformations and say which ones were earned on screen, there's only two that were ever earned on screen. Goku's was Super Saiyan 1 and Gohan's Super Saiyan 2. Every other transformation, other than like, I can't remember. Was Blue on screen?
No.
No? Okay.
It might have been. I think there was a thing in Super, but I think the first time they demonstrate it is against Frieza.
Yeah, in the movie they just kind of whip it out. But if we want to be smart-ass, say the anime or manga's canon only, because people like to fucking change whatever suits them. Then you have then yeah, they did earn blue. Vegeta earned red. Vegeta is actually the only one to earn red because Goku was just given it.
So, well, I wonder if he had to sit down for 24 hours in front of an old guy.
Gohan had to do that. That was
Look where that got him.
It got him where Toriyama forgot he was a thing that existed. At least he doesn't get as bad as fucking Tien. Like Tien gets it like immediately after the first tournament he appears.
Yeah, that's because immediately after the fact, King Piccolo shows up, kills a whole bunch of people, and Tien is horribly useless.
Tien is useless before Yamcha's useless. I want to point that out, which is really funny.
Especially since like they kept bringing Tien back. It's like, oh no, shit! Imperfect Cell is like crushed 16. Piccolo, he's going for 18. Who can stop it? It's like, oh, it's Tien.
He holds him back for a little bit, then nearly dies, and then Goku teleports and saves him before he explodes.
And then you get Super Boo absorbs Gotenks. Who's gonna save us from this?
Oh yeah. Also, if people want to bitch about characters getting transformations fast, specifically Califlua and Kale, Gotenks is the embodiment of unearned transformations.
He did just get Super Saiyan 3 after a year of training.
I think he just got it. Like, not even like a year. I think he just got it.
No, because they have the whole thing where they're in the hyperbolic time chamber training before Boo shows up.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like the whole thing is that like Piccolo intentionally stalls Boo by like, taking the longest route possible to the time chamber, so that they get just like a few more days or weeks worth of training in.
Gotcha. I need to finish the Boo arc in my rewatch, but I remember even when I was a kid, I was like, well, I didn't even like Gotenks back then, but I was like, okay, you just have this now, all right, sure, you annoying little shit. And if you want to talk about like unearned skills, they just literally was just like, oh, now I can shoot ghosts that explode, and I have a donut energy Kai thing because fuck you, Key. Because fuck you.
Didn't help him, though.
No, it didn't. Because, like all awful child characters, which he is the embodiment of every awful child character up to 11, he is useless.
I think there are only 8, actually. It was a joke, because you said he was up to 11, but I'm pretty sure he's only like 8 years old.
I think it was like... Actually, I think he was like 11.
I don't know, I'd have to check, and there's
I don't care enough.
There's like fucking dates, like 700 age, whatever. And I'm
don't care.
I don't give a fuck. Star Wars does this crap. It's like,
I don't care. But,
I better remember what year we're in, let alone what year everyone else is in.
You joke, but I was writing a check, and for like a second I was like, it's 2018, right?
Oh, God.
For like a split second, and then I was just like, Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot.
I mean, I can understand the confusion writing a check in 2018.
Yeah, I had to. Well, I had to do a deposit, not a check, my bad. But I did have to do a check earlier this year.
If I had to do a check, I would question what year I was in.
I did have to do a check actually to pay for some of my taxes, so that was fun.
Ah.
But but yeah, so in all honesty, if I'm gonna be a jackass, I think they technically, those two, earn their transformations more than half the fucking cast did. Which is kind of sad, really. I mean, when theirs is rushed, let's be real. It is rushed. It is hastily written because it's Dragon Ball.
I mean, but they have like 3 weeks of training. Probably like... Well, okay, we mentioned this last time with the whole fusions running out exactly when the plot demands them to. And, like, think of, in the Tournament of Power, like, how many times Goku should basically be dead or so exhausted he can't move, and yet he can still just get up and start a brand new fight with, like, minimal problems?
Literally everybody in that tournament did that fucking thing.
Yeah, but with Goku,
also,
he goes
wait
from...
a minute. I just thought of something something that I've been thinking about stupid, like speaking of like the fucking energy thing. So you remember when he fucking drops the spirit bomb and Jiren, because Jiren just throws it back at him?
Yeah.
I thought about something. Okay, so we have two androids in the tournament, or cyborgs, whatever the fuck, that have infinite ki. Infinite ki!
Yep.
Okay, and they're giving ki to the spirit ball.
Yep.
Why stop giving him ki? You have infinite ki. You could literally make the most powerful fucking spirit bomb in every plane of existence and just end the entire tournament in 2 seconds. Because even at a certain point, Jiren can't tank it.
I mean... You'd think that one day Goku would realize he could probably combine the Spirit Ball with the instant transmission.
Actually, if we want to get cheeky, just teach one of the androids the Spirit Bomb.
If we want to get really cheeky, everyone should just learn the fucking Bufuba.
It doesn't. Well, that would be nice, but Goku knows it, but he forgets because he's become dumber in Super. Because fuck you.
I think he's just had so much Blood Force trauma to the head at this point.
You know, you're not the first person to make that joke.
Like, there's a term in boxing called punch drunk.
I think he's punch wasted.
He's punch alcoholic.
He's got a problem. You should go to Punch Anonymous.
I I mean, the biggest problem I have with the finale of Super though is still just fucking Jiren. So
I will say this. Okay, you go, and then I've softened up a tiny bit on him, just a tiny bit.
I haven't.
Only a tiny. I'll explain. I'll explain when you're done.
He has that moment where like, he's given up because he's realised he can't win, and then Toppo's like, "Hey, come on, buddy!" And it's like, "Bitch, he tried to kill you 2 minutes ago."
He also tried to kill several innocent people in the stands.
He literally just tried to murder you for no reason. Don't cheer him on. This guy's a monster. Fuck him. And then, but Goku beat him in honorable combat, so now he's like in love with him. Yeah. Alright, why have you softened up on Jiren?
I mean, that's pretty much what happens in Dragon Ball all the fucking time.
Yeah, but
the only good soften-ups we've had were Piccolo and Vegeta. Let's be fucking real for like 2 seconds.
Also, Frieza's alive again, which considering the process, in the time it took him, like 6 months, he vastly outpaced what he was. So, like, surely if he just trains for 2 weeks, he's just going to be able to come down and just kill everyone on Earth in an instant.
You act like Toriyama thinks this out.
So, like, yeah, I guess we now know the plot of Broly 4.
So, the reason I softened up on him is at least his character arc sucked, but at least he had one. So, and by this doesn't mean I think he's a good character or anything like that. It just means now Broly's back to being the bottom. That was just a long way to go for me to say I find Broly to be the worst character again.
I just can't fucking believe we're trying to pull this up, but we're all still your friends after he just tried to murder them all for no reason.
I mean, how many people did Vegeta... Actually, no, technically only Nappa killed everybody.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. Let's see. Piccolo Jr., the one that became their... Yeah, he didn't kill anybody either.
No, he didn't kill any of the main cast, at least. But
let's see here. Tien only broke Yamcha's leg, which is fucked up, but he didn't kill him.
Yamcha didn't hurt. Yamcha tried to fight Goku and got his ass kicked.
I mean, Yamcha tried to kill him, but, like, got whipped.
Krillin threw a rock down a mountain. That was about the end of his dickery.
If Krillin was just a dick, less murdery. Let's see here.
Vegeta didn't kill anyone directly until World Martial Arts Tournament.
Yeah, where he murdered a ton of civilians.
But that was like a decade later. Let's see.
We're actually supposed to get to the final battle this time around.
Oh yeah, there's actually a plot to this game. I forgot.
It's Dragon Ball. We forget that. To be fair, it's Dragon Ball. We forget there's a plot half the time.
Because we've already seen this plot. We're literally discussing the Cell and Majin Buu sagas.
I will be fair. It's still better than most of the arcs in Super. Actually, no, it is better than all the arcs in Super.
Except this one's
I know I'm hard. I don't know your thoughts on it. I will say I'm hard on Super, but I did overall find it enjoyable.
I think Super is at its best when it's not being when it's just kind of doing the silly things, or like
the filler character stuff, slice of life stuff, is the best stuff in it.
Yeah.
Like the slice of life episodes are honestly the best parts of the series, which is really funny.
And like the more extended the storyline, the more Dragon Ball it gets, like the bad kind of Dragon Ball. You know? Because
to be fair, also, and actually to make it funnier, don't forget the filler is written by the anime staff.
Yeah.
So that's not even Toriyama stuff. So here's the thing I've been saying for years: don't give Toriyama too much control.
They should give Toriyama as much control over Dragon Ball as they should give Rian Johnson control over Star Wars.
I still need to watch that, but it still made me laugh.
Well, I really wish you wouldn't. You're not missing anything. In fact,
I'm going to.
You're only saving yourself by not. Well, that might drum up some controversy. I fucking hate Last Jedi. But anyway, back to the important stuff.
That's not going to drum up controversy, because it's that. What I've noticed is, like, the outsider looking in. It's the movie that is very diverse, like very divisive. That's the word.
Yeah. I
So,
honestly
like,
don't know.
it's not. It's not going to be a controversy. That's going to be maybe like of like my 7 viewers, maybe 1 will care. Maybe.
I have this friend, right, who I'm gonna name drop because nobody fucking knows him. He's called Sam, and I always joke he has nothing but wrong opinions. And it becomes like frequent debates about things. Frequent. One of the greatest ones we've ever had, and still ongoing one, is about him telling me Jurassic Park is dumb, even though he's never seen it.
What, the first Jurassic Park?
Yeah. And like,
it's dumb. I will agree.
It's more so he's raising the point that as a concept, it's stupid because why would you clone dinosaurs? It's like, why wouldn't you clone dinosaurs? I would. You would. Don't lie.
Trust me, if it ever comes down to it, where we get that kind of fucking technology, it's gonna happen. Yeah. At the very least, we're gonna get like a brontosaurus or some shit.
Well, he talks about, but you know, why would you build a park? It's unsafe. It's like that's kind of the point of the movie, jackass.
It's a fucking commentary.
Well, I'm getting off topic. So the point is, after I saw The Last Jedi, the first thing I messaged to Sam was, "So have you seen The Last Jedi? And what were your thoughts on it?" And he said he loved it, and I was like, "Oh, okay. No further discussion needed."
Well, typically you and I don't have, like, when we disagree, it's less of an argument, it's more of you say your piece, I say mine, then we just kind of agree to disagree, because neither of us really care if the other person disagrees that much. It's just like, oh, okay, I see your point. Oh, okay, I see your point, and then that's about it.
I get frustrated.
like originally, like when we were talking about the super ending, for like a second before we recorded, I was like, oh, this might come into a debate, and I thought I was like, no, we'd never really have like an argument. It's just like, here's my piece, here's yours. Oh, I see your point, and whatever. This is still my thing, and then we just drop it.
I only get into like, arguments, debates if people either can't defend their points of view, which then tells me you've got a shaky point of view to begin with, or your argument is so fucking stupid it makes my head hurt. Like, I remember one, also about The Last Jedi, was about someone trying to explain a plot hole or inconsistency, was that it was because the lasers had bullet spread in space! Yes! You see why I get mad? And it's like, it's not how anything of that, everything you just said makes me violent.
It's light! Lasers are light!
But it spreads in space. For listeners at home, what happens in bullet spread is that all the various forces on planet Earth affect the bullet, which causes it to veer off its original course due to stuff like wind resistance and gravity, etc., etc. What's important to note is that in space none of those forces exist. Also, none of those forces would affect photons anyway.
If I want to be a jackass, to be fair, every explosion in every science fiction thing should never happen.
I mean, not in space, sure.
Yeah, in space, I mean. Like, the Death Star shouldn't explode, it should just fall apart.
The problem with stuff in space is actually very boring.
Yes,
like,
it is.
Or very uncinematic, because there's no sound in space, explosions don't work, fire doesn't work, and even people falling into space isn't actually as interesting as you'd think. It's like, oh, all the blood in your body freezes, and then like maybe probably your eyes explode. That's about it, really. You have about 30 seconds before you die, if you're lucky. That's also if you've exhaled like everything out of your lungs. And even then, you're still going to have, like, freezer burn, etc. Space is interesting, but space is also kind of boring in that terms of if you want to...
Especially for an action scene.
Yeah. Which also ties into this, because so much shit explodes in space in Dragon Ball.
Everything explodes in space in Dragon Ball.
Everything just explodes in general, really.
Yeah, people, planets...
Do you know what I want? I want a Dragon Ball game that perfectly simulates the slice of life shit. I want fucking Piccolo and Goku learn to drive cars. And
I'd fucking play it, but it would never sell.
No.
Actually, no, it would sell. As long as you put a Dragon Ball... So, as long as you put Dragon Ball on a box these days, you can sell it.
Yeah.
So, So this is a conversation I've had. I don't know if I've had it with you, but I've had with, like, friends of mine, like my brother. I've had this conversation. So, GT came out at a really shit time. Let me explain. So, Dragon Ball had been running consecutively for years. And when you have a show run for long enough, people will just get fucking tired of it.
Yeah.
And this happened to Sailor Moon, too. Like, Sailor Moon ended because people were just fucking tired of it. And Dragon Ball was getting lower ratings as it went on, and then GT came out, and people were just kind of tired of Dragon Ball Z at the time. Or, well, Dragon Ball as a whole. The reason why if GT came out today, exactly the same, like if it came out, and let's say GT didn't happen, but it came out, instead of Super, let's just say those episodes are what we got. It would probably be just as well liked.
Yeah, probably.
As Super was.
We probably have the same amount of topics saying GT is better than the original, better than Z, or GT is genius and here's why. And
now, go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say I think GT is flawed. I think there's a lot of it has a lot of flaws, and I think its weakest parts are certainly the opening. I think its best parts are probably Baby and Shadow Dragon. Yeah.
I actually heard someone unironically say, who hates GT, that Super 17 was the best part, and I'm just like, get the fuck out! If you wanted to say the Black Star Balls, I'd be like, you know what, sure, I'll accept that, but not Super 17. That was just awful.
Only weirdos who actually prefer the original Dragon Ball would say that.
But, like, you get my point, though. Like, I'll accept you saying that, but I won't accept you fucking saying Super 17, which was just... I forgot how dumb Super 17 was until I was doing Xenoverse, and I just had that moment where I'm just like, Jesus, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's Super 17 for you.
Oh, I got link events. But yeah, I do honestly, wholeheartedly believe that if GT happened today, and there was no GT before it, people would like the show. And the other things that I think also hurt it, so in terms of it, like, in its US release, because Dragon Ball Z was still going pretty popular, though I know Boo people were very hit or miss on. With GT, what hurt it, because how Dragon Ball Z, at least I don't know how it was presented over in the UK, but in the US, they presented it as this super serious show. This is why you have people that take it way too fucking serious. And as you know, in GT, they made Goku a fucking kid. Yeah. Which, I think I've told you why I think they did that. I'll just mention it real quick for people watching if I didn't, or it doesn't matter. The reason I think that they did that was so at the time, they probably wanted to depower Goku a little bit, and the best way they thought up was making him a kid again for some fucking reason.
The idea, I think, is that they wanted to go back to... It's basically like a nostalgia trip, right? They wanted to go back to the way
it was a nostalgia trip before nostalgia trips were like a popular thing, which is kind of funny when you think about it.
So it reached the point of, okay, well, we want to go back to the old days where Goku was a kid and the whole thing was just searching for the Dragon Balls. So they did that. And yeah, I think depowering him and making it a lot more kind of focused on... Because the whole last point is, like, the opening Black Star Dragon Ball saga is just so similar to the original saga, you know?
Yeah.
And then eventually, it's just kind of, they realized why Dragon Ball did what it all shifted like it did. Because it's actually really hard to make, like, a show beyond, like, maybe 20, 25 episodes about more than just the set about that.
Yeah. I mean, hell, even Dragon Ball went away from it, like, immediately.
Because, yeah, how many times can you really just say, oh, and then they went and found the Dragon Balls again. Oh, and then they went and found the Dragon Balls again. Oh, and then they went and found the Dragon Balls again.
But,
which means you need, like, kind of more plots and villains and characters and stuff.
Because, like, I think that's what people's problem was. Because I will say, it wasn't Super Saiyan 4. Because usually people who don't like GT will even say, like, Super Saiyan 4 is cool looking. And that they like the concept of it. And I still do. I still think it's my favorite transformation. You can judge me on that if you want.
Say it's my favorite, but it's certainly up there.
You cut out of it.
It's not,
I know you said it's not your favorite.
I like it better than like Super Saiyan and
Oh god, you're cutting out. You cut out like a lot there. You said you like it better than, and then you just went...
I'm sorry. Many apologies. I like it better than Blue.
I mean, blue is literally just okay. It's Super Saiyan, but now it has blue hair.
Dabba dee dabba die.
That's always my problem. It's my problem with blue. Actually, just for fun, rank your favorite ones out of curiosity.
I think basic Super Saiyan, assuming it's just Saiyan transformations or Goku transformations.
Yeah,
right?
because otherwise we're gonna be here all day if we're going to do every fucking transformation in this fucking series.
Basic Super Saiyan 4, Kaioken, 2, 3, God Blue. That's it. Oh, right, Ultra Instinct.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. So, Super Saiyan, then what? I'm sorry, I kind of wasn't paying attention.
It's cool.
I was fighting.
It's Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 4, Kaioken, then 2, then 3, then Ultra Instinct, then God, then Super Bastard Instinct, and then Blue.
Super Bastard Instinct? What, the Goku Blanco one?
Yeah, yeah, whatever it is.
Let's see here. If I had to rank mine, 4, then probably Classic Super Saiyan, because, I mean, Super Saiyan 2, I like the Electric Aura, but it's not different enough. Then I'd probably say the non-Blanco version of Ultra Instinct. Then 2, then Blanco version, then 3. I just never really liked. Then 2, then. Oh wait, I forgot to put Kaioken in here. Okay, because we're counting Kaioken. Shit. All right, let me rewind. Let me rewind. Okay, since we're counting Kaioken. Okay, 4, classic. Then honestly the middle Ultra Instinct. Then, let's see here. So, okay. So, intermiddle, then... Fuck, where was I? I'm forgetting because there's a cutscene going on, too, so I'm, like, half paying attention to it and trying to figure... Fuck! Okay, let me try one more fucking time. Okay. Okay, 4, classic. Okay, we're there. The in the middle, Ultra Instinct. Let's see here. We're at that. Then Kaioken. Then I'd say 2, and then I'd say 3, and then Red God, then Blue God. Is that everyone?
I think so.
Did I get everybody?
I think you got everything.
Well, Android 20.
Oh shit! We both forgot Great Ape.
Oh yeah, it technically counts.
Crap.
Fuck it.
Who gives a fucking shit about big old monkey boy?
Toriyama sure didn't.
Well, because it's just, you know, mindless beast that you can't control, and then...
Ask Vegeta that question.
And then Super Saiyan comes out and it's like, well, this is horrendously useless.
At least GT is like, why don't we bring that back and then make it go Super Saiyan as a part of the way to get to 4. But, then again, GT actually remembered that Saiyans are monkey people.
Well, I did hear an interesting thing, by the way, about Broly 4. Is that Broly, New Broly, might actually be the original Super Saiyan God.
That's one thing I thought that they might do with it. Which is kind of funny, because isn't he supposed to be a good guy?
Yeah, but how many times... Is it Jiren supposed to be a good guy?
Yeah, you're right, never mind.
Wasn't Frost supposed to be a good guy?
If we're kicking it into high gear, then let's go somewhere we can really
Well.
let loose.
So, okay, so Goku's like, you're a lot stronger than I thought. If we're kicking into high gear, let's go somewhere where we can cut loose. And I'm like, wait, we're in the middle of, like, a destroyed, like, mountainscape with lava. This isn't good enough?
Nope. Because if we fought here, it wouldn't be emulating the Boost Saga, would it?
They're going to the Kai planet, aren't they?
They're going to the Kai planet.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
We're going to the Kai... We have no reason to go to the Kai planet.
We have a reason, because we fucking the stage in the game, and we're gonna use it, goddammit!
You know what? That was probably what they were thinking. I imagine one of the writers was like, why do we do this? Because we put it in the game and we haven't put it in the story. I do enjoy her reaction there. Now she's throwing a hissy fit. To be fair, I understand. At least she's a more charismatic Boo. Well, Kid Boo. I mean, I get the point was that he was supposed to be just wild anger, hatred, fuck you, but still, I can make fun of it. Can't stop me.
And that's the story. So would you let us fight here, pretty please?
So basically, you teleport here. Hey, can we fight here? Like, God, Goku, you're an asshole.
To bring trouble to my doorstep.
Poor Elder Kai.
Secret world of the Kais isn't your
Oh,
personal
I think my internet just went out. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm probably gonna be doing the last bit of this by myself. Yeah, that's my net. Shit. Fuck. Fuck. Yeah. Shit. Okay.
Hello?
That was my net.
Oh, okay, good. I thought it was
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
It's in the recording. I'll just have to try. Well, whatever. Fuck it. I don't
No,
care.
you won't. Yeah, I'll just have to try and do that thing I won't do. Sorry.
Hey, I do sometimes. Hey, I did it the first episode.
Yeah, true.
And we just haven't had a reason to edit any other time.
Yeah, true.
She'll come.
But now I won't because you made the joke. Otherwise, no one's gonna know what's going on because I started hitting the cutscene again.
No wonder you're not a partner anymore.
Some other kind of plan.
Are you kidding me? This is more professional than most partners.
This
I don't
is-
even say the N-word.
This is true. You haven't recorded any Suicide Forest either, so...
Yeah.
Man.
Maybe that's the secret to becoming a partner, is just to be a colossal sociopath. Or a racist.
I mean, you make this joke, but...
Who said I'm making a joke?
Yeah, this is true. This is social commentary here, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you come here to. This is what
So
you
if I
come
want to
here
become an animator, I need to start sexually harassing people.
for. Yeah. Or if you want to become a manga artist, you need to start looking at fucking... Oh, that makes me sad. I was going to make a joke about Rurouni Kenshin's author.
Yeah, and then John K. recently. But I'm not
Yeah.
surprised by that at all.
Do you know what I am surprised at, though?
What?
Rob Liefeld still has a job in the comic industry.
And he's a decent guy, too. That's the funny thing.
Yeah, he's just really... I hear he's getting better at art. He's just a piss-poor businessman. How many comic companies has he founded that went under?
His crimes are that he's not a good businessman, and he's not that great of an artist.
And he's also
Other
not a
than
good
that-
writer. Let's be
He's
honest.
not a good writer. He's not good at his job, but he's a decent guy. I don't even know how he got popular back in the 90s. And I remember, like, back then, I didn't really like the art style of, like, his art style in the books. I didn't know who it was at the time, because I was, like, 9, 8, 3, like, you know, like, I was young. I didn't really fucking pay attention to shit like that back then. If you went back in time and said, hey, the creator of Dragon Ball is a guy named Akira Toriyama, I'd be like, okay, I didn't know that.
I mean,
I didn't know that until, like, I think I was in high school.
probably the same. Because who honestly reads the fucking credits when you're a kid? It took me...
God, she's having an orgasm over eating Goku.
Ugh.
This is some Vor Fetish's fucking fanfic.
Well,
Do you think Toriyama's into transformation Vor?
probably.
It happens a lot.
If nothing else, give the man his due. He has created, like, how many fetishes?
That's a good question.
That's impressive work.
Now the question is, how many of them are his, and how many of them him just dicking around? I like how we're both silent on that.
I mean, I was just trying to think.
I mean, I do know me and him share the same thing about short-haired women. I do know that from an interview.
Right, that old chestnut. I remember the old days we used to joke about that.
Everyone, but like it's like a joke, but it's like one of those things where it's like it's funny at first, but because I don't really care, and it's not like I get defensive about it. It's not funny
Yeah.
because it's like, why make the joke when you're not really getting a funny reaction? It's just me going, yeah, that's what I like. Man, she has a lot of health.
Yeah, well, she's the final boss. Well, she's the final boss across all 3 campaigns.
Actually, to be fair, because of level ups, my characters are only slightly lower than hers. So when are we gonna separate her into 2 versions of herself? One that's good and has blue eyes, and one that's evil and has this eye. Is that gonna happen?
I mean, that's story mode 3, since we're probably not gonna get that far.
Oh fuck.
Oh
fuck.
I think we're...
dying.
Oh no. This is the first actual challenge!
Vegeta actually almost died.
Yeah, what
That's
else?
okay. He didn't die. I brought in Ultimate Gohan, used Unlock Potential, and then just kind of curb stomped her for the last little bit.
Good old endless combo rushdown trap tactics.
Oh, trust me, I'm getting my ass kicked online. Broly's also kind of fucking busted.
Of course he is. I need.
You know, the creator of Broly is just as bad. He apparently thinks he's like the ultimate.
Well, he thinks he's Quick, insert.
Jiren, what are you doing here? Like you're gonna do a damn thing.
But I didn't. I still haven't decided if I'm going to pick up the DLC or not.
I decided to get it because of the 8 characters. I half regret it because I did the math after I purchased it. I would have saved money if I didn't, because if I don't buy 1 character at the very least, I save money. So I could have saved money and not had Broly. But then again, at least with Broly, I now have a great punching bag.
True.
For training mode.
Since I haven't played with you in so long. I was actually going to say that should be how we end this playthrough. You beat the shit out of me in FighterZ.
She's like, confound this bio scum, but you're also bio-organic, you fucking clown.
Yeah. I mean, she's also 16's mother, so...
Yeah, you're right, I forgot about that.
Which does, I guess, according to Expanded Universe stuff, which is weird to say for Dragon Ball, makes her Dr. Shiro's wife.
Did Supreme Kai call us youngins? I mean, I guess technically he's right, because he's old as fuck.
He's like technically millions of years old. Remember, the only reason old Kai looks as old as he does because
he's fused with a witch.
Yeah, otherwise he should look about the same.
Wait a minute, so they retconned the Patar earring thing.
No, but they did. Well, BS explained it that it's permanent unless you're a Kai, or unless you're not a Kai. For Kais, the fusions are permanent.
Unless they decide not to, like with Supreme Kai and Kibito.
Yeah, because apparently you could just do that. You could just go to Namek and be all, hey, can we use your Dragon Balls?
Also, I want to point out, this means that GT rolled with the rules of Z more than Super did when Toriyama decided just to say, man, fuck that. Because GT kept him as Kibito Kai.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest, what does Kibito add, really?
Nothing really, but my point is,
Kibito's so bad, he's not even been in, like, a playable fighting game.
Oh, yeah, no. But my only point is, GT is more consistent than Super, and it's kind of funny. That's a really unpopular fact, but it's a fact.
But, man.
I mean, maybe I'll change that fact. Because as far as I'm concerned, it is a fact when I rewatch GT, but I got a feeling I won't.
Well, at the end of the day, what have we learned?
Do fill me in once you pieced it all together.
Goodbye, Whis.
See you, Whis.
Whis and Beerus are the best thing to come out of fucking Super.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, this is the best things to come out of Dragon Ball in quite a while.
Yeah. Like, I won't lie, I got a soft spot for the Saiyans, but... Wait, how did Goku get Top Fighter #1? I barely used him! In fact, I didn't use Yamcha for a while. Why is he number 3? I used Gohan more than Goku, I'm pretty damn sure. What the fuck? Are you serious?
It's just like the idea that the game is lying. No, you used Goku most.
No, I did. Well, that's the end of the Super Warrior arc. Do you want to? So, Train, do you want to do recording? I mean, we can just bullshit. That's all we'll be doing anyway.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the enemy warrior arc?
Yeah, why not? That is fun.
not-
The last one, if we were to do the last one, we'd have to cut down, I think.
I mean, it'll probably be just bullshitting anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, we bullshit it all the way through. What's her face getting exploded?
Well, we're going to be seeing that at least 2 more times. So you're not missing anything.
But anyway, I think that's where we'll call it here because this is going on long again. I mean, it always does because we always just play through a giant chunk of the game.
I mean,
But it's better than having this like go on for like a fucking year.
yeah. Better to just record our podcasts and then get it out each week.
We should just fucking make a podcast at this point.
I mean,
Just like write down basic topics and just make a fucking podcast.
there was going to be a thing where we were going to do a joint venture called the Drunk Train Productions, I think.
It was like one of your ideas. I think it was when I was still in college, so I was too busy for it.
And then we also, because we are horrendously bad at doing projects.
Yeah, because like I got really busy and I kind of lost contact with you for like 2-3 years.
Yeah, I was living large doing things, and then I was like, oh, right, I have friends I should probably tell I'm not dead to.
But anyway, guys, we'll see you next time for the beginning of the Enemy Warriors arc when I get to play as the perfect life form.
And Frieza.
Actually, wait, hold on. I just thought about it too. You know how they said like Goku is my most played and Yamcha is my third?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's only 2 characters that got links: Gohan and Vegeta. Goku should have had at least 1 link then if he was my number 1 played character. What the actual hell?
The game's lying.
Fuck this shit. Have a good day.
Goodbye.